Wagering, it involves handicapping. It involves how to structure bets. You know, those two things really have to work together. That is one of the most fun mind games that so many tens of thousands enjoy every day, and we'd like to share more with you.
Nelson Clemmens and AmWager present Papo's Post Parade. Handicapper Papo Morales tips the odds in your favor.
Just in general, a couple of wagers that I like to play, besides the win bet, are obviously the exactas, the trifectas. How I bet trifectas, I find a key horse, the horse that I think is the most likely winner of that particular race. And what I'll do is I'll wheel that horse over maybe 2 or 3 horses in the second position, and then maybe 4 or 5 horses in the third position. That all horses that I think are going to be in the mix, but I'll wheel my horse in all 3 positions, and what that does is that gives me leverage. If I think that horse is the most likely winner, he only has to run first, second, or third. And if I have those other horses in the mix, then that's a winning trifecta ticket. That being said, you know, trifectas are hard to hit on a regular basis, so don't be afraid to just play the exactas or win bets. I'd like to talk about multi-race bets, whether that be pick 3s, pick 4s, pick 5s, and pick 6s. Everybody has a different mentality when it comes to betting these races, whether they do what they call the caveman ticket, where they just bet, take a couple of horses in the first leg, a couple of horses in the third leg, a couple of horses in the fourth leg, so on and so forth. But they're really not assigning value to any particular horse in any particular race. The way I play multi-race bets is I subscribe to the Steve Chris system, who's written many books on them, and that's the ABC method of handicapping races, and identifying, A horses are the horses that you feel are the most likely winners, B horses are in the mix, and then C horses you bet based on if something crazy happens, you've seen something in their past performances that says, hey, maybe the light bulb went on for the horse, but you're not particularly sure they're going to run that strong of a race, but you want to have them on your ticket because you don't want them to be beat. But the ABC method is the way I play multi-race bets, and what that allows you to do is it allows you to bet, it allows you to partition your bankroll and apply it to your strongest plays. For example, you'll have more money on your A horses than just your Bs. And what that ends up doing on a ticket-by-ticket basis, yes, you will be playing multiple tickets for a multi-race bet, but your strongest opinions will be capitalized, and at the end of the day, your overall ticket budget is actually less than if you went the so-called caveman way. So that's the way that I attack multi-race bets. I will say this, on any particular race card, if you have a strong opinion in one particular race and you feel you can single, that's where you expand your betting repertoire. So instead of playing a win bet on that particular horse, that tells me now that I want to play the double based on that race. I'll look at the races before. Maybe that particular race is in the middle of a pick 4 sequence or a pick 6 sequence, and I can single. If you can single one horse in a particular race in a multi-race bet, what you've done is you've turned a pick 6 into a pick 5, or you've turned a pick 5 into a pick 4, all based on your strongest opinion. And that's definitely something that you have to keep in mind if you're playing the multi-race bets. If you have a very strong opinion, single and move on to the next race. If you don't have a strong opinion in any particular race and you're having to go 6 deep in every particular leg, you should probably stay out of the multi-race pool. You just don't have a strong opinion, and you're basically, at this point, you're throwing darts. And you may hit it, but you're not setting yourself up for long-term success with that type of handicapping.
To get the most from your online wagering, be sure to watch the rest of the Papo's Post Parade video series. Brought to you by Nelson Clemmens and AmWager.